Hey everyone, Brandon here, OIAS Outsider Information. I'm on a walk, not my usual walk. I'm going to take one of those later, get some fresh air, but I got a under desk treadmill because if I'm going to be spending time in here, I want to at least be able to get up, get the blood moving, and also stop being so crampy. I'm a little tight up top, and I think it's because I'm hunched over. But here we are, got the desk set up, we're rolling. Weekend trip, made it back obviously safe. We are here, and that's a little bit what I want to dive into because when you go to an airport, it sucks. It's not always the most fun, but there are so many people, so many possibilities, so many potential avenues for a connection. Something I always do when I'm traveling is I'm wearing something that could potentially be a conversations piece. Not this SpongeBob pullover, but when I was flying, I had my Drexel hoodie. And especially going to the East Coast, a lot of people know Drexel. So it is an easy pathway for somebody to say, oh, hey, I've got so-and-so who went there, or meet a couple of alums, which I have in the past as well. But why that's important is there's a core element of the human experience, that connection that I think people really crave and desire, and it's slowly eroding our society and escaping because we are all starting to veer off and splinter. And it's important to keep that alive, not just because you want to have those people skills and have those connections and comments, but because you don't know what that conversation could bring. I remember about 10, 15 years ago, was it 10 years ago? I was just out of high school, 12 years ago, that I met somebody on a plane and it turned into a job. And that job turned into a lifelong friend, somebody that I still talk to this day. That's great, right? Now, maybe it could be friendship, maybe it could be jobs, maybe it could be love, finding an experience that you want to go do, whatever it is. Maybe this is just a plea to everybody to keep it alive, right? When you go somewhere, be open to somebody who wants to talk because you never know who's going to connect. And that connection could potentially enrich your life in some way. So I'm not going to get too preachy, but this is going to be a very people-focused week, not just with the content, but the outreach as things start to come more into focus. So I'm pumped about it. Not only that, I have a treadmill and a standing desk, which feels fantastic, and we're going to keep rolling with it. So on that, as always, if anything resonates, give a like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.